Morning Football. Down to Atlanta we go. That's where we find our very sharply dressed Steve Wyche covering the Falcons ahead of Thursday's draft. They, of course, are in a very intriguing position in the top 5. They pick it for. What are they doing it for? And why am I hearing stuff about trading Julio Jones? What's going on?
Oh, we got a lot going on. Look, the Falcons, as you've heard for weeks, the draft doesn't start until they get that pick at number 4 because we know the first 3 picks are going to be quarterbacks. Look, they could be in the quarterback market as well. They've done a lot of homework on Justin Fields, on Trey Lance, Mac Jones as well, but from people I've spoken to, he's not so much in their sight lines as the other 2 people that I have mentioned. But also, Florida tight end Kyle Pitts could very much be in play. He's, as we know, arguably one of the most talented people in the draft. He fits what head coach Arthur Smith likes to do with the 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and a lot of it in Tennessee. He could team up with Hayden Hurst here and also give them another receiving option, Kay. Trading back is also another opportunity, but you got to have a partner who wants to come up. That might be something that may not happen. And also, with the opportunity to draft either that quarterback or Pitts, moving back is something the Falcons may not want to do. And people I talked to said if they do go back, they do not want to go back far because they want to get an impact player.
It's all very exciting, Steve. And meanwhile, Rap Sheet reported this morning that the Falcons have received calls about possible trades for Julio Jones, number 11. What else can you tell us about that? That's big.
And those calls are continuing to come in. Yeah, I've spoken to someone who says that it is a situation where the fact that their cap situation is so bad that any player they have with a big contract, they have got to listen to potential offers. And here's the interesting part of this. They could actually broker a trade pre-draft for Julio Jones, but it would not count until after June 1st. That way the cap hit would be significantly less with Julio Jones, but it would have to be something of very good value, which would be future picks. Again, this is a cap issue for Atlanta. They do not want to get rid of Julio Jones, but if somebody calls with the proper type of compensation, that's something that they will significantly consider, and that also ups the ante for them drafting someone like a Kyle Pitts because they're going to have to replace the best receiver in franchise history, just a franchise legend here in Atlanta, with a talent that can make an impact if they decide to make a move like that. So this is very intriguing, but again, it could really point to the Falcons making more of a look at Kyle Pitts if they're going to move Julio Jones.
Kyle Pitts with any offense, Calvin Ridley there would be absolutely absurd, and it's so fun to watch, especially in that division, having to keep up with the Saints and Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Steve Wyche of Huddle and Flow podcast fame, thank you so much for joining us from Atlanta, and we'll talk to you throughout the week. Thank you so much. Bro, you're on the clock.
It's a great transition. Time for Bro, You're on the Clock, presented by Progressive Insurance. Yes, we've got a sponsor for Bro, You're on the Clock. Progressive, we love you. What's up, Flo? Let's get into this right here. With just 4 days until the 2021 draft, let's stick with the Falcons and play out some scenarios that might not happen or will happen when they're on the clock. Here's how we do this. Okay. I'm going to set the stage. All right. Here's who's taken. Here's who's left. I'm going to put you guys on the clock as the Falcons brain trust. Nate, you're going to be first-year GM Terry Fontenot. You're going to be making the ultimate decision, okay? Okay, you're going to be owner Arthur Smith. Your opinion will be very, very felt.
Arthur Blank.
Arthur Blank, and I'm sorry. And Kyle, you'll be the first-year head coach, Arthur Smith. Okay. This is it. Falcons, they're on the clock. Let's see who's been taken already. Going first overall is Trevor Lawrence. We've got Zach Wilson to the Jets. We've got Mac Jones to the 49ers. Falcons can just put the pick in right now if they want. Here's who is available. Or they can maybe field some offers. Let's see who is still on the board. As Steve mentioned, I agree with him. I have heard it's Lance, Fields, or Pitts if they keep the pick. It's not Mac Jones. That's what I've heard. He is not in the conversation in Atlanta. Penei Sewell, Jalen Waddle, Slater, can go all the way down the list. Nate. Already?
Wow.
Hello? Falcons, how you doing? It's George Payton from the Broncos. I'm the new general manager. I got Vic Fangio in my office here. We're going to make an offer. We got the 9th overall pick. We're willing to give you that pick, our first-round pick for next year, and our starting quarterback at the moment, Drew Lock, for the 4th overall pick. There's a quarterback we've got our eyes on. We can't wait till 9. You guys don't need a quarterback. You still have a top 10 pick if you trade with us. What do you say?
Hey, let's take a look at this. This is pretty handsome right here. This is a nice offer. You get the 9th pick, so you could still get a star player. You get next year's Broncos first-round pick, and you get a quarterback in Drew Lock who could still play and is on a second-round quarterback contract. Do you want us to take the offer right now?
No, we have to talk this over. First, we have to figure out if we do indeed want Drew Lock.
Okay.
We feel like he could learn enough from Matt Ryan to when Matt Ryan is done, he could literally hand the keys over to this young quarterback. What are you guys thinking about?
I was just checking the ticker for my FedEx stock, but listen, I didn't take this job to invest in Drew Lock moving forward. It's going to take a lot to get rid of this Kyle Pitts thing. We talked about it earlier. I love the 2 tight end set. I did it with Jonnu and Ferkser in Tennessee. I want to do it with Hayden Hurst and the greatest player I've seen in this draft. I don't want to pass because I get some Drew Lock and a pick next year. What do you think, Mr. Blank?
Drew Lock, I don't know about that. Let's not do that. Come to me with a better offer. We'll get a better offer. I'm just here to do the dance.
It's early.
Next year. And you get the 9th?
Drew Lock, I think we'll get something. Oh, and looky here.
Thank goodness. Now you have to wait for the second ring?
Falcons, it's me, Dave Gettleman from the New York Giants. Look, we got the 11th overall pick. We want to jump up 7 spots. We want the kid Pitts. I'm picturing this offense with Galladay and Saquon, and now I want Kyle Pitts. What are we going to do? We're going to give you the 11th overall pick, so you're still in the top 15. We're going to give you our 2nd round pick from this year. We're going to give you next year's 1st round pick, and as a cherry on top, I'll throw in Evan Ingram, so you still get an elite tight end to join that offense of yours. What do you say?
This is hard.
It's a handsome
lot
offer
of
also.
picks.
You get all these picks. You get the 11th, the 42nd. You also have your 2nd round pick still. You get next year's 1st, and Evan Ingram is a stud. He can play tight end.
He's a Pro Bowl tight end.
He's a Pro Bowl tight end.
You know,
Just for one pick?
I have to be honest. I'm really intrigued by 2022 first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a ton of talent in college right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about how we can utilize that next season.
You're talking picks. I want Pitts.
Okay, I get that. Let's be clear. Pitts is a talented tight end.
Best talent in this NFL draft.
That doesn't mean he's going to be the best player in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
The first one was okay. This one has my attention.
Really?
Because I do like the 2 tight ends. I do believe in Evan Ingram. Listen, I like Pitts as much as the next guy. He's a tight end. Okay? He's still a tight end. I actually do like this offer. I just wonder if there's anything sweeter. Is this all we got, or do we get anything better than this? Because this is not blowing me away. Oh, thank God, that sweet phone.
Well, what could they possibly be offering?
Come on.
Hello?
Atlanta, it's Belichick in New England. I'm not going to get fleeced. Doesn't happen. But I really want that quarterback Fields. He's sitting there at 4. Here's my offer, and it's a one-time offer. 15th overall pick from this year. Next year's 1st round pick. Next year's 2nd round pick. And I'll give you a starting running back to join that offense of yours. And our former 1st round selection, Sony Michel. What do you say?
All right, see you later, man. All right, guys, it's getting interesting. Okay, so we get the 15th overall. It's the middle of the 1st round. We'll find a gym there. And if you guys want a pass catcher, we can get any one of those wide receivers that will be waiting around at number 15. And then next year, we get a 1st and a 2nd, plus a running back to add to the arsenal of playmakers.
And you have your own 1st and 2nd.
A running back. Go on.
So what do you guys
We think we're going to win this trade? Remember the last time we thought we had a win over Belichick? It didn't go well.
You like that second offer.
I like the 2nd one. I also like Peter's Gettleman impression much more than his Belichick, if that means anything, which I think it does. This one, listen, the Patriots picks next year, they might be 27, they might be 28. We believe they're going to be this low again. Those are not high-value picks.
That's interesting.
I'm out on New England. I actually like the Giants pick. I do. It's an investment in Ingram. But I like the Giants pick. I'm on that.
You've always said that you like having picks. But when it comes to Pitts, wouldn't you rather have the player? Isn't he that one player that you can finally be like, this is the guy, the best talent in the draft? I don't think, and I'm the owner, so I'm going to leave it to you guys because I can fire you if you make the wrong pick. I want Pitts. I want him at 4. I'm not swaying. I don't know what I could get.
Can we see the Giants offer one more time?
Let's see the Giants.
Be the leader in the clubhouse, and let's just have you guys marinate on what that means. Let's bring up that Giants
1st
offer
and 2nd, right?
from Gettleman. Yes,
Okay.
you're going to get the 11th overall pick. Okay, from this year's draft. You're also going to get
42nd overall.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
2nd round pick, which is high, 42nd overall, and you get next year's 1st round pick, and you get Evan Ingram, who's in a contract year, so you might have to pay him at some point. But if you're saying farewell to Julio,
This is interesting because the owner said they could fire us both and let us decide. I handle the on-field product. You got to deal with all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
If I'm doing the on-field product, to say no to Kyle Pitts in my first year as head coach is a lot. But
He's the sure
that's
thing.
a load. You're going to move back, and what are we going to get at 11? We're going to get maybe Devontae Smith. We're going to maybe get a tackle. Who are we getting in lieu of him? For the on-field thing, I'm saying no trade. I'm going to keep Pitts. But you handle the personnel and the money. What do you think?
you could also take quarterback, Mr. Fontenot. What are you going to do?
Yes, here's the thing. I can appreciate the young, talented, hybrid tight end / wide receiver in Pitts.
Okay.
But we still do have Julio Jones.
Okay.
We have Calvin Ridley.
This is interesting.
I want to take the Giants trade.
Wow! I want to take the Giants trade.
Take the Giants
Okay.
trade. At 11, we will be able to get a playmaker. At the top of the second round, we get another playmaker, and we're looking forward to that pick in 2022.
This is
On
a
top of
terrible
that,
idea.
Evan Ingram coming off a Pro Bowl year.
You hired him, Mrs.
Himself
Blank.
again. I feel
your
like
GM.
we'll be able to utilize Evan Ingram, a guy who needs to prove himself in the league. Giants, thank you for the deal.
How many $2 sodas we could sell having Kyle Pitts out there?
lot. Extra wide seats. They're
Extra wide
comfortable.
seats, $3 things of popcorn.
Let's
What do you
do
think?
it.